It's head coach Jason Leone, before Kyle Pevley, and number 32, Rashawn Powell. Coach, just to start things off, can you please just give your general impressions about the game?
Yeah, well, we have a lot of respect for Geneseo. We knew this was going to be a tight game coming in. Their main lineup involves having 5 seniors that have won a lot of games. And Gordon Lyons, I'd be surprised if he doesn't end up winning the Player of the Year in the conference. So we knew from our perspective we were going to have to play well to win. We have a lot of respect for them. But we also, I think we have a good basketball team too. And I thought the thing I've been most proud of our players about is that when we've lost this year, it's taken a full 40 minutes to beat us. We really played a full 40-minute game, and I thought the second half was very indicative of that fact, with the way we locked in defensively, and obviously timely shooting was important as well.
Sure. What in your mind was the turning point of the game, especially after a tough first half?
I don't know if there was one. I just thought our guys, we didn't get discouraged. We had to really help off of certain players in their lineup in order to take away their inside touches. Coach Minton made a couple of really good adjustments on our side pick and roll coverage where they tried to really expose us going high-low, and the players had to be really smart to change on the fly kind of what we were doing. And we have a veteran team as well that's played in some big games, so it'd be harder to do that, for instance, with a team like we had last year where we had 10 freshmen and sophomores. I thought a big part of the game was our guys being able to adjust on the fly with how we were supposed to help in on the post. So I don't know if there was any one play, but probably the turning point was our guys really getting focused in the locker room at halftime and deciding they were going to come out and really be tough on the defensive end in the second half.
Rashawn, how difficult is it to guard a player of Gordon Lyons' caliber?
It's difficult because he's going to play every possession and he's going to dunk in and do what he has to do to get the ball or do what he has to do for his teammates. So actually, I wasn't actually guarding him, Kyle was, but for me to help off my guy and still help Kyle and actually get rebounds still was big for us as a team.
My question for you, Kyle. As a team, you guys shot 50% and 47% from 3. And yourself shot 4 from 6. What was your success on the court, especially from 3-point range, that you found against Geneseo tonight?
Well, I thought we moved the ball well and got good shots, and that's what led to us making shots in the second half. I think when Geneseo was trapping Sortino and Sampson, they passed the ball great out of there, and were very strong with the ball, and I think that led to good shots, and we hit the open man.
Good. What kind of challenges present themselves for the second, for who you're ever going to be facing here in this championship game? Just go over the strengths of Rockport and the strengths of Plattsburgh.
Well, I think that you get down to the Final Four in this conference. Really doesn't matter who you play because you're going to play a very good team that's well coached and has gotten this far for a reason. We have 8 teams in this conference this year that have really beaten up on each other. The 2 teams that didn't make the conference tournament beat all 3 of the top seeds, and Cortland won on the home court of Plattsburgh and Oswego. So my point saying that is that regardless of who we play, we're going to have to play well to win. Clearly, as we preach to our players all year, the Saturday games becomes more about a mental toughness thing because obviously there's a part of this where fatigue may set in physically. So just getting yourself through over that mentally is a really important part of the game. In terms of both team strengths, Plattsburgh, their strength is they've always been a good home court team. They're very well coached, and they've had as much success in the conference as anybody in our league, so they're used to being here. So that experience is important when you play them. The other thing that's important is that they have somebody that commands a double team on the court. Whenever you command a double team, that forces you in positions defensively where you have to really help properly. It dictates them being such a good three-point shooting team because of Reggie's presence inside. With Brockport, they really have, I give Greg a lot of credit, Greg Dunn, their coach, because they've really changed kind of the way they typically have played because they lost so many good seniors. So they have become a very, very strong defensive team, and they really execute getting the ball to their best players in the half court. So regardless of who we play, we're going to have to play very well in order to have a chance to win.
I just want to touch back on the defense. Geneseo's only lost 2 games in the month of February, both to you guys, and they come out and they put up 39 points, shoot 50%, and you guys in the second half only give up 22 points on 33% shooting. What changes did you guys make? What do you guys notice against them that makes you so good defensively for Geneseo?
I think that with us, we have an experienced guy in Kyle that has all year guarded the other team's best players. So he knows physically and mentally what he's got to get ready for every night. Now Gordon's a whole nother level because typically Kyle will guard the other team's best perimeter player. But because Kyle had some success in the previous 2 games, I'm guessing, Kyle would have to answer it, that maybe that made him feel real good going into this game. So I think that's part of it. The other thing is that Geneseo happens to have a roster where they have 3 primary scorers. And over a 40-minute game, what we did a good job of is making sure that the other peripheral guys or role players didn't hurt us. And then we really were hoping over the course of 40 minutes, if we grinded them offensively, that maybe it made them defend. Maybe that would affect their shooting. But there's no guarantees with that. So I don't know if it's as much. I give our guys credit because of their toughness, but I really don't know. Mostly it comes down to matchups. Maybe it's just that Geneseo happened to be a good matchup for us, but all 3 games were close. I know the score looked like we ended up winning by 11,
right,
but the game was a close game.
Yeah, Kyle, you want to elaborate? What makes you so successful guarding someone?
Well, I think the preparation going into it and really staying focused, the practices leading up to the game, and how to every play you have to front him and stay lower than he is because he's bigger than me. But I think the main reason that we held him as a team was because guys like Ray and Mark and Dustin helped off their guy and pretty much double teamed him whenever I let him catch the ball in the post. And I think when other people got in the post, staying, knowing where the other guys are weak side, because Geneseo likes to cut guys down the middle, I think we did a very good job of that in all 3 games against Geneseo, but tonight I think we really did a good job.
Jason, the last game against Oneonta and this game very similar, behind the first half. How important are those adjustments at the halftime and then coming into that second half, especially this time of the year?
Yeah, every team's different, Tom. And I think now that we're 27 games into this, what I've been telling our guys is that we got off to a 7-1 start in the conference, and after we had a 10-day layoff that was outside of our control where we didn't play. And I thought since that 10-day layoff, we have been unable mentally to put together the mental with the physical, just with our focus. So I don't know if it's halftime adjustments as much as our guys staying attached to the things mentally, like not letting runs that the other team makes bother us, playing through missed calls or me getting on them a little bit or them getting on each other, playing through their mistakes, I think is such an important part because these guys really want to do well. They're competitors, but inevitably the other teams, there's 4 really good teams up here, so there's going to come a time when sometimes we're doing our best and the other team just beats us, So in those instances when the other team's playing well, we've got to keep grinding and keep fighting, and I think the last 2 games, seeing that we've been down by 2 or 3 baskets in the second half at points in time, it's a tribute to our guys, I hope, starting to get that idea that they're going to have to put 40 minutes together of mental toughness.
So for the players, does it really phase you being down in that first half? It doesn't seem like that when you're down in the second half.
It's more of a challenge for us to see what we're capable of and come out, play defense, lock the other team down, and still be able to score on the other end. So it's just a challenge for us to see what we're able to do.
I think it's a 40-minute game, so we definitely just need to focus on staying in it the whole time, go through the ups and downs, and play through it, and that's what will end up helping us win.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate it.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks for the coverage.